Hello and welcome. My name is Space Muffin, and this is the Void Strategy. Today we are going to be going over Cenarius. And so he's very interesting. Obviously, this is the newest family, the Cenarion family, and this is one of the new leaders. And so, yeah, Cenarius is very interesting. Right now we are rocking the Revitalize. There are other potential things that we're going to experiment with in the future, but right now we're using Revitalize. We are going to be taking advantage of the Grove Keeper ability, where Cenarion allies get 20% extra empty health. And then, of course, these are his traits, and those are his stats. So let's go and get into it. So in the deck, we have Ancient of War, and the ability we have on him is Sapling. We have our Moonkin with Vengeance, and this is going to be really fun. We have our Bog Beast with Rampant Growth. We have our Fairy Dragon with Fey Blessing. We have our Trusted Quillbore with Tunnel Vision. And we have our Blizzard with Cold Snap. You can kind of do different abilities. You can do different spells and things like that to help out a little bit. In other words, you can use probably Chain Lightning in replace of Blizzard if you really wanted to. But I think this is a pretty good, stable build. We have a lot of anti-air and things like that. So before we get into it, guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate the support. A lot of research goes into these videos, and your support means absolutely everything to us. So just even a little positive comment and just hitting that like button really helps us out. Awesome. Let's get into it. Awesome. So when watching the video about Cenarius, they said that this is kind of a defensive unit. These are defensive units, and I totally, completely agree with that. And you really want to play defensively. You want to do it that way because the weakness of these decks is stuff like the Banshee and things like that, where they can, because they're so slow, the Banshee can just come in and kind of take advantage of the situation, if that makes any sense. So, right, awesome. So, got to be a little bit defensive towards the situation, but we can make it happen. Cenarius is rolling up. Very good. So, they're gonna throw everything that they can at us. We are trying to build up resources. We are trying to mainly gain control of certain resources and things like that. He's going to, bring Cenarius in, and we have to get rid of that dude. So let's do that. Perfect. And then what we're going to do here is we got to get rid of this, and then we got to start mining. So we have to, kind of start to gain control of, as mentioned before, the resources. Cenarion are heavily dependent on resources like that, but once you kind of get going, it's really hard for them to kind of come back, if that makes any sense. So, he kind of blew his whole, situation where he just kind of put all of his units up at once. And this situation has allowed us to kind of capitalize on kind of what's happening over there, basically. In other words, it's allowed us to kind of develop our resources and develop our army to kind of get off those wins, if that makes any sense. So, though it might look a little bit bleak, you do have to regroup and then kind of play it safe. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Play your Cenarius. Really get in there with your units. Because once you kind of start gaining that closer tower, it's much easier to do that. And as I mentioned, be careful of those Banshees and things like Sylvanas. Awesome. So there have been a couple glitches with the Cenarion family. Sometimes it'll add units that aren't in your deck. Let me know in the comments if you guys are kind of experiencing that as well, but it is a little bit annoying, honestly. And I understand what his plan is, but I don't think it's really relevant for us right now. I think us gaining control of this middle lane right here is the key to success. And then really just building up our forces that way. So as you can see, we kind of have a nice little thing going here. I'm going to let him kind of gain control of that. Not a big deal. We have the gold advantage, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that. So as far as the saplings go, play them at 4. I just played that one at 5. Oh, sorry, the Ancient of War. Play them at 4 instead of 5. 3 is actually ideal for that ability because, you know, you get that speed. Plus, it doesn't, like, cost too many resources. But as you can see, we're kind of just bombarding them. And then we're getting healed, and then we have more guys on the way. So by the time these dudes roll up, like, I got that guy to distract him a little bit, and we can kind of start to build out those forces. So as you can see, like, if you play it correctly, you can win a lot. So let's kind of talk about the other Cenarion units real quick, and why we have them in the deck. Because some people would say, like, this guy, the Bog guy, is kind of redundant. I think that he works perfectly because he's slow, right? So you can have Cenarius here. You get that 20% extra health. I keep messing up with that one, but no worries. You get that 20% extra health, and this kind of allows you to have a nice slow burn as you're developing your army, and then you can just kind of go in, spot remove some of their stuff, do some distractions, and just kind of do it that way, if that makes any sense. So he's heavily resource-driven. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to kind of go for us on the back end. Not a big deal. We have our Moonkin that can kind of do that. So the Moonkin's nice, like, crowd control. The Moonkin's actually more powerful in decks like Onu, which we'll go over next week. But I do like the Moonkin in this deck because you get that, once again, that 20%. He is a spellcaster, so, you know, we get that... you know, we get that range damage. We can hit flying units, and then he's got a little bit of crowd control. So the advantage is actually the fact that these are slow units, believe it or not. That's actually the advantage, is the fact that you get to build up that 20% health as you're gaining stuff. So as you can see, we are just doing that. This guy's at 4. Let's grab him. So as you can see, like very quickly, they underestimate the elements in this deck. We'll see what happens as we kind of get to higher levels, but the general premise seems to be working out. So further kind of breaking down the Cenarion family, like I said, you really have to be a little bit more defensive in some elements. You know, you have to choose that opportune moment. So what I like to do is see what he's going to do. He's going to do that. I will send out some flying stuff. Kind of give him a little bit of a distraction. You know what I mean? And then what we do is we're going to go and play Cenarius. We're going to go and play our guy right here. We're going to go and start mining. So he's kind of mining as well. Not a big deal, but let's go ahead and play another Fairy Dragon. And let's go ahead and stop these guys from advancing. So we have a nice little thing going here. Let's put out another Cenarius. Let's put out another one of these guys. And we're going to put out a Moonkin here in a second. So let's go and do that. Moonkin's good. Let's start mining. Obviously, we need those resources. He's coming in hot, so let's go ahead and try to prevent that from happening. Very good. And then let's go ahead and try to get some support going for Cenarius. So I like the Cenarion faction. As I mentioned, it's super fun, honestly. You know, there's a lot kind of going on. You know, and hopefully we can get that goal advantage, but we'll see. But as you can see, we kind of have like a nice little thing going here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plop that right there. Get some gold. Really go after that, and then put this guy right here. And kind of really start to, you know, hopefully take this space right here. Very good. So can't let him go too crazy. You know, he's going to try to mine our resources. And even if he gets 1 gold off, like, that's 1 gold too many for me. Yeah, very good. Very clever what he's doing. So we got a lot of flying units out. And then now we're going to start to double up on the Cenarius. So, and then we're going to try to pop him. Okay, those guys are good right there. Honestly, this is super fun, dude. Like this is super fun. I know, like, there's been a couple bugs, as mentioned, but, like, this is just super fun, like just playing with this new faction and being able to like really get creative, I guess, you know? Yeah, it's super fun. So let's go and pop the Moonkin. And then what we'll do is we'll put that out. And I think we can potentially take this if we play our cards right. To start bombarding them, you know what I mean? Awesome. So over the last few days, I've really been experimenting. He's really like, I mean, obviously Baron Rivendare is still like top tier, you know, but like, you know, we do have answers, you know, and in my humble opinion, I think we can make a lot of this work. You know, plop the Baron. I mean, the Baron's going to be doing his thing, but that's why we can kind of start to develop an army moving forward. Do that. What if... Oh, oops. Oh, my goodness. Wow. How am I messing up so badly? Okay, that's fine. So there's like a massive war going on over here. Hilarious. The Baron's really putting in work. His goal is to overwhelm his enemies. My goal is to make sure he doesn't get any gold. Very good strategy. Let's try to get that middle going. He's got another Baron out. You know, we're kind of like trying to make it work, but he is to not let him get the gold. Not a big deal here. Hopefully we can win that gold. Okay, looks like we won the gold. Let's try to maybe get Cenarius doing his thing. And then what we'll do is... We'll actually wait on these guys. Not a terribly big deal, because then I can just do that. So we'll kind of put the Bog guys out. We are making a little bit of progress with the Cenarius over here. So hopefully, like, the Moonkin can take care of these guys. I mean, he's really, like, I'm not going to say desperate, but he's really, like, putting in the work to try to get us, like, destroyed. Which is obviously is the name of the game, you know? So let's go ahead and really not worry too much about the tower. We'll go and put this guy out. Keep playing him for 5. Shouldn't be doing that. And then hopefully we can get a little bit of distraction going on there. We are mining, so that's good. We are gaining control of the gold. He's like, so as you can see, we're kind of gaining momentum. And that's what we want to do. You know, letting Cenarius do his thing. Let these kind of slower guys take the middle. He's coming at us. Not a big deal. We're going to come at him with some stuff here real quick. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and put that out. The Baron hopefully gets popped here pretty soon. We got Cenarius doing his thing over there. Let's go ahead and put out a Moonkin, and let's go ahead and put out one of those guys. So as you can see, like, he's really trying, but we're making progress, right? The key is just overwhelm the situation. Hopefully we can get out something. There we go. So once again, the key is to get the gold. Get the gold. Super fun, guys. This is so fun. Like, I love these, like, super close games, you know what I mean? But Baron Rivendare is definitely, like, no question, is broken. But looks like we got it. Awesome, guys. So in my opinion, like, this has been a really great faction. This has really helped the game out so much. And I'm just super happy to see... I don't know, I'm just super happy to see all this happen. You know, I'm super happy to see, like, what we're able to do with these different units and things. So I messed that up so badly, but oh well. Let's do that. Let's do Cenarius. Let's do that to take care of him. So the Fairy Dragon becomes super duper useful in this particular situation, because now we're able to kind of do that. So like I said, the main thing is this middle lane right here. That is like a super important thing to you know, kind of gain control of. And then as we kind of start to gain control of that lane, we can start to pop other guys. Hopefully we can pop his dude. Let's Let's put out another fairy dragon, and then let's go and start. Yeah, he's got Hogger out. Not a big deal. Like, I'm not super duper worried about Hogger. I'm gonna allow them to get distracted while I get a little bit of gold, and then we're gonna go ahead and plop the fairy dragons out to kind of deal with this stuff. Not a terribly big deal. We're kind of able to move in. You know, we're kind of able to get that momentum going. He gets to pop a Moonkin, gets to do a little bit of this. Like, not a big deal. As long as we get the gold, that's really all that matters. And then we kind of just start stacking the Cenarius. And what I like about these bog guys is the fact that they just bind everybody. And there's like nothing anybody can do about it. It's like hilarious, honestly. So he's got Cenarius. We got gold. So it's kind of like a double win for us. So we're getting those hits in. We're getting Cenarius out. We're going to have a Legion of Moonkin popping up. The Moonkin's super fun, by the way. I need to experiment with the Moonkin, the other Moonkin abilities. There are some potential Jaina synergies that could work. There's so many like potential synergies with that. But I see what he's doing. He's trying to gain momentum with Hogger. Obviously, that's super smart of him to do. But, you know, we're obviously doing our thing. We're able to try to move in. Cenarius is going to distract them. He's doing a darn good job at it. Let's pop the fairy dragon in. So this is where we do that. And look how many dudes we're just, like, annihilating. It's hilarious. So Cenarius' ability is super fun. You got to be careful of the Hogger, too, because, like, the Hogger likes to roll up and just start bashing people. So hopefully we can get some nice hits in. Let's do some distracting. Very good. Yeah, he's got the Hogger rolling up. So we just, like, start spamming the fairy dragons. And then let's go ahead and put one of these guys out. And let's see, like, what we can do here. Yeah, perfect. Not a big deal. He's got the Hogger. He just wasted the Hogger. He's just wasting stuff at this point. Very good. Very good. So yeah, just patience. You know, that's kind of the key here. Just be patient. Not much he's going to be able to do. And then what we're going to keep doing is we're just going to keep spamming the Blizzard. So we got that. Spamming the Blizzard. And that's kind of what's nice about these guys is that you get that tunnel vision. And then boom, look at that. Awesome, guys. So this will be our last game. We're going to be facing the Hogger. And so this could be interesting. So let's go ahead and see kind of what happens. Okay, so he's got the Hogger out. We're going to counter. Start popping people out. Let's go ahead and distract the situation just so we don't lose momentum. Put out the fairy dragon. And then hopefully we can get a hold of these guys before they do too much damage. Okay, that looks good. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Anticipate what they're going to do. So, looking good, honestly. Like, not terribly worried. And then what we'll do is we will do this. And then we will do that. And then we will just anticipate what they're going to do. Hopefully we can win this interaction here. And let's start getting gold. So, as you can see, we're off to a very good start. Let's plop another Cenarius out so they can heal each other. Let's plop the Moonkin out. Let's plop that out. We have gold advantage. It's going to be a relatively quick game, it looks like. Super fast. Actually, let's play another Cenarius. Let's see, like, this is... Awesome, guys. So there you have it, Cenarius. Super fun mini. Like I said, I want to experiment with like Force of Nature and even Wild Growth. Wild Growth could potentially be really good. As you can see, things kind of like the whole binding element where we would freeze them, then we would use this guy's ability, Rampant Growth. We would kind of abuse that situation. Yeah, super good. If you want to go full tribal, you could theoretically run Earth and Moon, but in my opinion, it's just too costly. And you know, I think there needs to be a cheaper version of this. I think there needs to be some I don't know. I just think there just needs to be a version of this that like doesn't cost 6. But I don't know. We can mix and match. You know, we're still experimenting new, completely new family. So yeah, we'll definitely give you guys some more content. Please, once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a positive comment if you like the video, and we will see you in the next video.